Good morning, children. Welcome back to the English class. We have completed the third unit first lesson, the journey. Now, the third unit second lesson, that is poem. Name of the poem is Once Upon a Time. Once Upon a Time. So, Kapuru. Oh, what happened once upon a time? Let us see. And the author of this poem is Gabriel Okara. Gabriel Okara. So, he is an African poet. Gabriel Okara. Let us see the first stanza of this poem. Once upon a time, son. Once upon a time, son. They used to laugh with their hearts. They used to laugh with their hearts and laugh with their eyes and laugh with their eyes. But now they only laugh with their teeth. But now they only laugh with their teeth. While their eyes black cold eyes search behind my shadow. While their eyes black cold eyes search behind my shadow. See that. Here the poet Gabriel Okara is talking to his son. Son means a small boy. Small boy here means small children. How the small children will be? They will be very innocent. They don't know how to say a lie also. They don't tell lies even. So we, according to our will and wish, if it is needed, we say lies sometimes. Sometimes if it is needed. But the small child, he doesn't know to tell lies. So Gabriel Okara, who is feeling bad about the society and the present days people, because people are nowadays, they are making friendship, everything is it's not true, seem to be true. That is some hypocrisy. Hypocrisy means false belief. If it is really needed, they will make friendship if we are rich. They will make friendship if we are good enough or if we are helpful to them. So in such a way, so that hypocritic people. He wants to say about the hypocritic people. See that. Once upon a time, son, look up. So what happened once upon a time? They used to laugh with their hearts. They means the people who belongs to the past, previous ages. So they used to laugh. How did they used to laugh? They used to laugh with their hearts. Manaspurtiga. So they used to laugh with their heart. But now, with their and laugh with their eyes. Really, if we laugh with our heart, our eyes also laugh along with us. Because the happiness which we, even though we hide our that means the mouth and everything, our eyes show that we are laughing, because our happiness comes from here. If we see anyone, those whom we like, we laugh. Without laugh in the sense we smile. So that smile comes, and the eyes, our eyes also smile. Not only our lips, our eyes also smile. So the happiness which comes from our heart are being shown in the eyes also. So people used to laugh with their heart and eyes. But now, what about the now people? Now means hypocritic people. They only laugh with their teeth. Teeth in the sense just to laugh. If anyone is coming, oh, he is coming, we have to laugh at him. So in such a way they are laughing. But the laugh and the smile is not at all coming from their heart. Just for the courtesy. If we laugh, if he doesn't laugh, they feel bad. So in such a way only. But really, if we see anyone whom we like, whom we love very much, whom we respect, so the laugh automatically comes from our heart. But here, now present days people, they only laugh with their teeth, like anchors. So like TV anchors, they used to laugh, they laugh, no? How do they laugh and how do they smile? Even though they don't get the laugh and smile from their heart, they laugh and they smile. So nowadays, everyone is acting in such a way. While their eyes black, cold eyes search behind my shadow. Eyes black, cold eyes. Eyes black, cold eyes means empty. That means expressionless eyes. Their eyes have no expression. When we are happy, our eyes seems to be laugh, smile. But when we are sad, our eyes automatically cry. And we have no expression, but we are simply laughing. Our eyes doesn't show any expression. So here the expression of these people, hypocritic people, eyes are eyes black, cold eyes. That means expressionless eyes without any expression. And search behind my shadow. Search behind my shadow in the sense they are my shadow. Where does my shadow fall? At the back of me. What is at the back of me? At the back of me, they are thinking about my past. And before they laugh, before they smile at us, they think about our status. They think about if it is really needed the person to laugh at him or to smile at him. In such a way, they search behind my shadow. Means our past. They search with the teeth. They are smiling, and with the eyes, no expression, and just thinking about our past. So that's about this first stanza. Let us see the second stanza. Now, there was a time indeed. There was a time indeed. They used to shake hands with their hearts. They used to shake hands with their hearts. But that's gone, son. Now they shake hands without heart. But that's gone, son. Now they shake hands without hearts. While their left hands search my empty pockets. While their left hand search my empty pockets. See that. There was a time indeed. Previous time. In the previously. They used to shake hands with their hands. If you see the people in the rural areas, they don't know giving shake hands. They don't know that culture. But they come and hug us like this, and they catch our hand and take us to their house. Take us inside to their houses. See that. That is affection comes really from their heart. So they don't want to such a kind of distance between us and them. So that they'll come very near to us. Just they don't say like come. They'll come and catch our hand and take us. So that's the shake hand. But now presently, if we don't give shake hand, they feel us we are illiterates. If we don't give shake hands, they feel us illiterates. That's why we are giving shake hands nowadays. So in such a way, people used to shake hands with their hearts. But that's now gone, son. That's now gone. While they shake hands without heart. Now they shake hands without heart. Just for shaking hands. First, just for shaking hands for courtesy. Maryada kosam. Just. Or else they'll feel us bad. They'll feel us that we are illiterates. We don't know manners. So that's only we are. While their left hand search my empty pockets. See that. While they are giving their shake hands with their right hand, their left hand search behind my empty pockets. My empty pocket in the sense here, they don't touch really the pocket. Here, with their left hand, they are thinking of our financial status. Because if we are financially good in the society, they'll give us shake hands. Or else, they think that is it needed to give shake hands for this person? So, they think in such a way. So that now they think that while their left hand search behind my empty pockets. And see the third stanza. Feel at home, come again. Feel at home, come again. They say, and when I come, again and feel. At home once, again and feel at home once. Twice, there will be no thrice. For then, I find doors shut on me. First of all, they say that you come and feel at our home because you feel that our home is also your house. You feel that our home is also yours. So just be comfortable in our house. You just come. In such a way, they welcome us. They invite us. When we go, okay, they just invite us. They'll make us sit and they'll offer everything fine. If we go for the second time, okay. If we go for the third time, thrice. What did the other find when he went for the third time? He found doors shut on him. Because nowadays, why do people invite us? To show their furniture, to show their newly built house, everything. For that sake, they'll invite us for once and twice. And if thrice, it's waste of time to invite anyone. So we have already showed our status to that person. So we need not to invite them. Presently, now it is hypocritic people are behaving in such a way. So they are, and when he went for the third time, he found the door shut on him. And see, next stanza. So I have learned many things, son. I have learned to wear many faces like dresses. Home face, office face, street face, host face, cocktail face, with all their conforming smiles, like a fixed portrait smile. With all their confirming smiles like a fixed portrait smile. So here in the last stanza, the poet also learned the hypocrisy. He also tried to learn the hypocrisy. So he has learned many things. What are the many things he has learned? How to wear many faces like dresses. Every day we wear different dresses. If we wear early in the morning, if you go for tuition or somewhere outside, we wear one dress. When we come to school, we wear uniform. And in the evening, again evening dress. So night, in such a way, we wear different types of dress. If we go to any party wear. So in such a way, he wears many faces. How can we wear faces? It doesn't mean the faces. It means the expression. If it is needed, home face, for example, home face. At home, how should we be? We will be happy with our family, we will be okay. Office face, in the office, with whom we should be obedient, with whom we should be rude, with whom we should be. So, all these different expressions he is learning. Street face, on the street. So, if we want to wish someone, we need to wish. It really doesn't come from heart. So, he is just trying to do all these things. He is just trying to act all these things. So that wearing all the dresses, just smiling like. Host face. Host means who is inviting guests. The main person who is in the whole house. When someone is coming their house, the person who belongs to the house is called host. When who are coming from outside, those are guests. So host face. When everyone is coming to our house, we are the host. So we are inviting them with a smile. But the smile doesn't come. We are acting. So that this author also tried to act in such a way. Cocktail face. Cocktail means mixture of all types of drinks, alcoholic drinks. So cocktail face. So whatever the expression really need not to come from heart. So he just, if he wants to show his anger here, show it. He wants to show his smile here, he is showing. But it doesn't come from heart. He was learning all these things with all their confirming self like a fixed portrait smile. A portrait, do you see a photo? In the portrait photo, how is it be? It will be smile like this. So, but it was fixed. If anyone sees that, if you think that, if you see any portrait that, is it looking at you and smiling at you? No, not at all. The portrait will be the same like that. So, if we are looking at it, it seems that that is smiling at us. The portrait is smiling at us. So, if we feel the portrait is smile, but it really doesn't smile. In such a way, we are also laughing like the portraits, smiling like the portraits, like pictures, mechanical smile like this. So, it's not coming from our heart. So, that's the end of this poem. Next one, let us see. Now the next stanza. And I have learned to laugh with only my teeth. And I have learned to laugh with only my teeth. And shake hands without my heart. And shake hands without my heart. I have also learned to say goodbye when I mean good riddance. I have also learned to say goodbye when I mean good riddance. To say glad to meet you without being glad. To say glad to meet you without being glad. And to say it's been nice talking to you after being bored. And to say it's been nice talking to you after being bored. And the poet also learned to laugh only with his teeth. He has already also learned to laugh only with his teeth. Even though it doesn't come from his heart, he learned to smile only with his teeth. And shake hands without my heart. And he also giving shake hands mechanically in such a way without heart. And I have also learned to say goodbye. When someone comes to our house and they are not leaving for some time, we are bearing them, and at the time of moving, we are saying them goodbye. But in their heart, they feel good riddance. So good riddance means in such a way. So feeling relief after they go. So when we go out of the class, you feel in such a way. So good riddance. And you stand and say thank you, miss. But what do you feel? Good riddance only, over this class. But today this class is over. So you feel in such a way. In such a way, he feels good riddance, but saying goodbye. We learn to say goodbye. but without showing the feeling of goodness. So saying goodbye and to say glad to meet you. When we meet someone for the first time, we say glad to meet you. Glad means happy to meet you. But there is no glad, no happiness really. So this is only for courtesy. So if we don't say that glad to meet you, they feel that we are mannerless, we are illiterates. So glad to meet you without being glad. And to say it's been nice talking to you after being good. It's been nice talking to you. So we have sat there with them and talked to them sometime. And after that, when they are moving, we say that it's been nice talking to you. But really, we feel bored of them. After listening their stories or after listening their whatever they say, we feel bored. But outside, what do we say? So we say, so it's been nice talking to you. Happy just time spent chesam. So really, what do we feel? Oh, when do they go? We have to watch our serials. In such a way, we feel inside. But out, what do we say out here? We say, it's been nice talking to you. This much time we have spent with you happily. Next one. But believe me, son, I want to be what I used to be. I want to be what I used to be when I was like you. I want to unlearn all these beauty things. Most of all, I want to relearn how to laugh. For my laugh in the mirror shows only my teeth like a snake's bare fangs. So most of all, I want to relearn how to laugh. For my laugh in the mirror shows only my teeth like a snake's bare fangs. See, but believe me, son. But really, I swear, I promise, believe me, son. So what do I feel? I want to be what I used to be. I once upon a time, how I was when I was like you, when I was a child. So when I was a child, I used to be very innocent. I don't know how to tell lies. So I want to be again in such a way. So I want to be innocent again when I was like you. I want to unlearn. So what do we learn? Already unlearn. So we want to leave all these muting things, all these boring things, all these things, hypocritic things. I want to unlearn. Learn, unlearn, leaving again. Most of all, I want to relearn. Again I want to learn. What I want to learn again? How to laugh how to laugh. The poet wants to relearn. Again he wants to learn how to laugh. Because why does he want to learn how to laugh? He wants to learn how to laugh because his laugh in the mirror shows only his teeth and the teeth seems to him like a snake's bare fangs. Palm coral. Bare fangs means palm coral. When he laughed, so like this, and when he was watching, seeing his face in the mirror, he feels that his teeth seems to be like snake's bare fangs. Palm coral la kanipistune gaani that doesn't like to be his teeth because the smile is not coming from his heart. That is a fake smile. So that he wants to relearn the laugh again, the natural smile which comes from the heart. So last one. So show me, son, how to laugh. Show me how I used to laugh and smile once upon a time when I was like you. So he wants to leave all his hypocrisy. He wants to be innocent. He wants to say all truth only. He doesn't want to act anything. He doesn't want to pretend. So, show me, son. But he forgot everything in this hypocritic world. In this hypocritic world, he forgot everything. How to smile and how to laugh. So, show me, son. He was asking his son to show the natural smile. And show me how to laugh. Show me how I used to laugh. So, he used to laugh when he was a child. And once upon a time when I was like you. Once upon a time. So, Kapudu. He also used to laugh in such a way with innocence. But now he learned the hypocrisy. So in this poem, the poet wants to say us about the hypocritic people around us. So we have to, every day it is must. We are facing all these hypocritic people. We are acting somehow. So in the class even wherever you meet us, you wish us good morning, good morning. What do you feel? Some of you really say that you like us and say good morning, and some of you, we don't say good morning, they'll beat us, they'll punish us, they'll scold us if we. So in that hypocritic world we are. So poet feeling bad about this hypocritic world and saying all these things for us. So we read the poem in the textbook and understand the poem.